Nigga feeling righter than the answers to the questions on a test I didn't study for the night before, but yet I score because I got myself a teacher's manual.
All right, welcome to Cool Talk Podcast, Episode 1. I'm Dre. This is Al.
What you want to talk about today, man?
So, man, I think we need to just get on Kobe and what he meant to us coming up, the mentality, what we took from his play on court. How did that inspire us?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm with that, man. Like you gotta touch on that. I mean, he raised us pretty much. So
Pretty much.
what better way to start the podcast off than to go with Kobe, man? I personally didn't do nothing that day.
Yeah.
I didn't. When my daughter came in the room and told me, I sat in the bed. I sat there stuck. I ain't gonna lie. 30 straight minutes sitting next to my wife. We was watching TV, and I couldn't speak for 30 minutes. I really couldn't say a word for 30 minutes. My kids was talking to me. Everybody was talking to me. My nephew called me on the phone. My wife is like, he can't talk. He won't say nothing. I could hear everybody. I had thoughts. I kept on. I remember at about the 20-minute mark, I was like, you got to say something eventually. Mm-hmm. Like, and then I started to ask myself, is this permanent?
Yeah.
It was crazy. Like that. Like shock is real. I don't think I ever really experienced shock like that. Like I was shocked. Like I didn't want to believe. First of all, I didn't want to believe. I was like, I'm not saying nothing because I'm waiting for it to be fake.
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting for the retract. You know, it was TMZ first of all. So you like, all right, I ain't rolling with that.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it hit, I didn't hit till the next day, honestly. But man, it was that whole day. It was people trying to talk. Like that day was a blur.
That day was crazy. Like that morning. First off, I remember leaving here, fog setting in. Next morning I wake up, I'm talking, on my way down here, because remember we were supposed to shoot.
Yeah.
On my way down here, talking to Kevin, my brother, and he just, hey, did you get the message? I'm like, what message? Oh, they saying Kobe dead. I'm like, yeah, first off, so I kept just talking like I didn't hear. I dismissed it like,
well, anyway, you know, I ain't entertaining that.
Kobe ain't dead. But then you start checking. I Googled it, and once I Googled it, nothing but Kobe died. I'm like, oh, this shit is real.
It got real.
Shit got real fast. And all I could think about is like, nah, man, that nigga's like, he was the one. Like, I was like,
Superman.
if he can't do it, nobody could do it. That's how I felt towards Kobe, because me seeing his career from beginning to end, and then him transitioning to after sports life, like he was basically,
he grew up with us.
Yeah, he's accomplishing everything he set his mind to. It's like, what couldn't he do?
I mean, that's the problem is that's the problem that I had coping with this. It was like everything he did, you expected him to do it. Like everything every shot he took, you like, yep, that's go. If it didn't go in, you like, man, what happened?
Exactly.
He took a last second shot when he hit that runner from 25 against Dwayne Wade in Staples. You like when it went up, you like, yep, got that one. He got it off. Oh, it's going in.
It's going in.
So like that's how you looked at it. Like, that's Kobe, man. He about to come out. He wasn't even in that helicopter. Kobe too smart. You know what I mean? You just know like a superhero's not gonna die. He was a superhero to us. Like without us even, I didn't even realize it till then that I looked at him like a superhero, because I really didn't accept that he could die.
It's like not just that, but the fact that he was opening up to the world about who he is. He was letting people into his life.
Yeah.
Because during his basketball career, you only knew basketball Kobe.
Yeah, because he had killing to do.
Yeah.
He ain't got time for friends. That's what I love about the dude. Yeah. Like, that's what I love about the dude, is that he just focused on whatever he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, if I'm gonna do this, better than anybody ever did it. I can't do nothing everybody else. I can't be cool with these dudes.
I can't be cool with a dude I'm trying to kill.
Yeah, I'm trying to kill you. Like, I don't want friends. I want you to hate me so I have a reason to kill you. So I have the motivation to kill you.
Give me a reason.
Give me a reason.
It's almost like,
make my day.
Prime example, Ruben Patterson, that used to play for us. He went to Portland and called himself the Kobe Stopper. Never stopped Kobe. Kobe took that on as a personal vendetta. Like,
Kobe just had a okay shooting day, like a so-so shooting day, and then I'm the Kobe Stopper. Y'all just won the game, bro. Chill out. Hey, that's all Kobe. Like, you understand? That's all he needs.
Yeah.
And now he's gonna ruin you every time he see you. He don't care what uniform you wear now.
No, he don't. Like, it is my mission to kill you.
Like, he killed. Like, bro, I lived in Portland at the time, and me and Mo was in the mall, and we saw Ruben Patterson after Kobe had torched him a few times, and we was young, like we was like 19, you know what I mean, like 19, 20, so we young, and we seen him, and we was like, "Hey, it's the Kobe Stopper!" And he threw his hand up like this, and we start rolling. He put his hand down real fast, like, "Oh, that wasn't. They didn't mean that." Man. And we start dying. Like, I was like, I felt bad like a couple years later about it. Like, man, that was childish, but I was young, but that was funny because you can't call yourself you could call yourself the anybody stopper else in the league at that time. You chose to call yourself the Kobe Stopper. Like that. That's just say like, come on, man.
That was the most disrespectful thing somebody could have said at that time.
And he was like,
yeah.
Okay, so you calling me a bitch?
Exactly.
Exactly. He was in the gym like, Ruben Patterson. Hold on, let me get that elbow in. Ruben Patterson. I'm gonna hit him with. Yep. Ruben. Yep.
And then another part about this shot that's kind of, it's like all the stuff he still had to give. Like, he basically raised this generation of basketball players,
and a lot of them gonna miss that.
Not just basketball players, just people, period, in sports, because of his mentality. What it takes to win, what it takes to dominate, what it takes to be the best at what you're doing. It's like that knowledge is now gone too.
Well, it's really up to the guys that he passed it to each one teach one, because it was like he not giving you this while he playing. Well, towards the end. He start giving away game, but
if you happen to catch him while he's doing it,
but like that was like he was basically saying, I'm not doing nothing with none of you until, and then after there was no more winning to do, he was like, it was like his duty to just like, hey, I could recreate some of me in some other people. Like you seen after Giannis trained with him, his mentality switched. Like he stopped being so friendly.
It's almost like how everybody's go to, like the big men go to Olajuwon for the footwork and stuff like that.
Like Shaq did.
Yeah. But going to Kobe was different. Like, remember it started with Iguodala in Philadelphia. You remember he messed with him and Iguodala went to All-Star level.
Became the man.
Yeah, the man. Like, because he was
basically calling
Big
AI.
Big AI. He was one of the first ones that started messing with Kobe. And this is why Kobe's still playing, killing.
So he's still killing. Kobe was like, man, I like Kobe. Just certain dudes, Kobe just like, I like him.
Yeah, like
I could.
Kobe's kind of wired. Kobe's the type. He was the type. If you stand up to him, he likes you.
Yep.
Don't back down. Kind of like
Matt Barnes.
Kind of like the stories we heard of Jordan. Jordan would purposely go out and attack you, beat you up, rough you up a little bit.
See if you tuck tail.
Yeah. Because I need a certain type of
guy.
Yeah.
He go Mike Singletary. I can't win with him.
I need a certain type of guy because we're going to go into these battles and I need to know if you got the balls to go.
Yeah, and that's why he like you look at the kind of the players that he liked. He liked the Russell Westbrook. You look at that and you like, he ain't like what it'd be like he liked guys that you be like, Kobe like him? Because it'd be like that's nothing like Kobe, but Kobe just he likes this part first. That's what Giannis said. He's like, the first time we trained, he was like, he went here first. Because that's what Kobe liked about Russell and James. They just like, they got that, hey, I want it.
Yeah.
And then when you got that, I guess you could just work, because that's Kobe. Like he got this, and then he like, okay, I got this. Now I got, like, that's crazy because he looked at the game different, which is why he played the game so different. Like, yeah, he carbon copied everything Jordan did, but then he invented stuff. That reverse pivot from the elbow.
That can't nobody do.
Hey, if he would have kept doing it, they would have banned it.
Yeah.
I remember LeBron tried to do it.
Him and AI got the crossover ban.
Yeah, him and that. And and Kobe was like, I could do that.
Yeah.
I think I could do it better. And they start killing so many people. They start killing
the greats.
They start killing the greats. And that's when David Stern, rest in peace, was like, that's gotta go.
You got Jordan on skates.
You can't put Jordan on skates. What do you think? It's not time for that yet.
Nah, he still in
the
league.
Hey, they was like, we like 7 years away from that. You can't do that right now. Get that out of here. That's palming.
Yeah.
That's palming. You won't call traveling, but you gonna call palming. Hey, because when Kobe was doing that, second, third year, that's when it was like everybody was like,
this is a cheat code.
Yeah, you can't have that kind of skill and then add that to it. Like, the dude was just, the dude never was satisfied with nothing. But he was okay with where he was, but never satisfied. Like that, it was like mentally, you just try to, like, first you got to try to put yourself in that place, like as close as you can get to that place where he is mentally. And then you try to, like, you like, damn, can I live like that? Like, the dude was obsessive.
Yeah.
Like, the day after he dropped 60 in his last game, he got up at, 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, and went and worked out like he had practice.
Yeah. Well, that can't do the routine of, that's what he's been doing all the way up to that point of his life.
And then you just knew what he did next was gonna win.
Mm-hmm. It's like he said, he transferred what he did in basketball to his next project. Put that same energy, that same time, that same effort into that.
And he was mastering it. Like, you can't win an Academy Award that fast. Like
it just, I don't know, man. It's like,
the dude was my hero. Like, at the end of the day, man, Kobe was my hero, and he wasn't even 2 years older than me.
The cold part about it is, we knew that was our hero, but it took that moment to realize what he really was to us. Though.
Yeah, that's what I had to break it down. Like everybody else, I know everybody out there is like, like, had this moment, like, why am I so sad? Yeah. Like, why am I crying so hard? Like, why am I got this cry going? And then you realize, like, that was your hero. Like, like, that was Superman. That was a superhero, and he's gone, and then you have to accept the fact that he ain't coming back, and that's hard. Yeah. That's still hard. Like, that's still hard. Like, we 3 weeks in.
Yeah.
And I'm still, like,
he's been laid to rest already.
Every sporting event that I know they're gonna start talking about him, I gotta turn it off still. Like, I'm not ready.
I almost feel like the NBA really should retire both his numbers, because he was two different people in these numbers and dominated both in these
disrespectful ass number 8.
Yeah, the number 8.
Oh man, I love number 8. That's the one I got in my closet.
The number 8 really had he just went off straight ability to kill you. 24 turned into a psychopath in the head. Like, I'm mentally killing you along with my physical ability now.
Yeah. Now I beat you already.
Yeah.
Now I'm just gonna show you why.
Like he said, like, I already beat you 3 o'clock this morning.
I beat you when I woke up. When you was leaving the club and I was waking up to go shoot jumpers.
Exactly.
And then the story he told about how he took his younger teammates, and when he was like, okay, trying to get them, trying to like, when he was telling about how to lead, this was like eye opening. Like, he basically, like, they were going, they newly rich young dudes, and it's the NBA way. You go to a new city, it's popping there. It's gonna be a major city. It's gonna be stuff to do. So he showed them, like, okay, I'll go out with y'all. I'll go out. I'll drink everything you drink. I'll do everything you do. I go to sleep when you go to sleep. But then You got to wake up with me and do what I do. And then when they couldn't do it, the lesson taught itself.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when the team switched. Like, that's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
how do you just do? How do you get into multiple people's minds like that and make them teach themselves a lesson? Like, okay, we can go do all of that. We can go out. We can have drinks. We can go in VIP. We can stay in the club late. We can do all that. Now I'm gonna knock on your door at 5. Now it's time to do what I like to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when it clicks. Like, that's the type of dude. Like, you just want to be like that when you, and it sucks now, like, that it takes for him to go, like, for him to die to realize, like, I want that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's almost, and another thing that sucks about his past is the fact that now everybody is praising his, giving him his flowers now. It's placing him where he should have been placed way before. This didn't have to happen for people to place him where he should have been placed.
Yes. And I'm about to call out ESPN. You disrespected that man for 10 years just trying to replace him.
Yeah.
And because he wasn't, I don't know if he just wasn't marketable enough for you, but he earned his flower. He earned his roses when he could smell them, and you didn't give them to him. And multiple people on multiple networks and multiple walks of life, even from a personal standpoint, to people we know, to people who have a platform on TV to talk about it, you disrespected that man multiple times. So keep that energy and we don't want you now. Don't start, because I seen it happening on TV. I've seen the Marcellus Wileys. I've seen everybody who was disrespecting this man. All of a sudden, you going to the flower shop. No.
Nah.
Stuff your sorries in a sack. We don't want you. Hey, with the way you felt about him on that Saturday before that Sunday, keep that.
Yeah.
Because that's why, and that's exactly why you give people their flowers while they still can smell them.
Yes, because people are putting LeBron over Kobe, even though LeBron is a great, but he's not that type of dude. And there's two different lanes. Kobe was in the Jordan lane, the killer lane, the I'm trying to rip your neck out, I want to be the best. At the end of the day, last man standing is going to be me. And Kobe proved that from beginning to end of his career. Not once did he take a day off. It was times, I remember times, when he started listening to the media, he plays the opposite of how he normally plays. Like, he'll go,
Game 7 against Phoenix.
Hey, pass the ball, Kobe. So Kobe goes into passing the ball.
I got a point to prove.
Yeah.
We'll take one shot.
And we lose.
And we're going to lose. Because at that point, let's call it what it is, because they was getting worked by the whistles for 3 games straight. When they took that 3-1 lead, that wasn't in the plans. They didn't plan for Kobe to beat the number 1 seed.
They didn't plan
so
for Kobe
the NBA did what the NBA do.
Yeah.
And he realized, that's one thing. Kobe sees the writing on the walls, but we react so emotionally, and he just take it like, I see what it is. I see what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. That's like being a Laker, man.
Just like we felt so disrespected for him winning 1 MVP. And he just looked at it like he understood it before I see what y'all doing. I got it. Now you just made life hard on everybody else.
Yeah.
Because now because of your actions, now these people have to suffer.
A lot of people suffer.
A lot of people got to suffer because you don't want to give me my due.
There's so many stories of people got more stories of how Kobe busted their ass. But these are stories that they love, these stories, because
they love them.
The mentality, what he was doing to him, why he was doing to him. Like he'll say his few words. Like if you pay attention to all these stories of Kobe, like they're pretty interesting to me. It's like they'll be like, he only said a couple words, but he was giving me work. He was working me out, like, and I just like, man, that's some tight stuff, because that's the mindset of. He
hit you with something slick, like you can't have lunch with me, and then quit talking to you, and then just show you why you can't have lunch with me.
And show you why. Like anybody that's been a playmaker understands that feeling, because you are out there to be better than dominate. And once you get into that mindset, like that's like, I had that mindset, but not on Kobe level.
No.
Not on Kobe level.
Nobody did.
But I know that feeling of dominating somebody, and it is like you do want to own that
it's
person.
addicting.
Yeah, you want that person to talk about you after this. You want that person to say like,
you want to hear somebody tell a story about how he told the story about how you
exactly.
And hey,
yeah.
And the cold part about Kobe is he did you like that, and then he forgot about you because he had
Exactly. He on to the next.
He on to the next victim, like Jason Voorhees and Michael Myers. Like there's no emotional attachment to you except for you were there and I had to kill you.
Exactly. You was just on the list. You was next on the list.
Yeah, you was next on the list. They put you in front of me. I didn't put you in front of me. They did.
Exactly.
And you had to go. And then and then we got to talk about Gayle King.
Yeah, that was
heavy eye roll. Why do black people in power like to tear black people down? Like, come on, man. Like
these agendas that they are put on.
At the end of the day, I know she don't write the topics, but at some point you gotta speak. You as a human being, speak up and be like, I'm not gonna do this one.
I'm not comfortable with this.
I'm not comfortable with this. I'm not doing this. Get somebody else.
Yes.
Like I'm not gonna do this. I'm not. We gonna take this out, and then you blindside Lisa Leslie.
She handled it pretty good.
She handled it like a champ. Shout out Lisa Leslie. That she handled that like a champ, and she didn't get mad. She didn't get emotional because that's what whoever wrote those questions was looking for an emotional response, and they did not get one from Lisa Leslie. She kept it exactly the opposite. She kept stayed rational, logical, and made perfect points like.
And brought up, well, you guys could have answered those. You could
ask them that the day after 60.
Yeah. You had 10 years.
You had all that time to ask him about that.
Yes. Don't start now.
No, you had 14 years.
Yeah, 14.
To ask him that. It went away because everybody knew it was bull. So like everybody knew it was bogus. And
if that was ever a problem, he's been doing way more good since then. You guys haven't tried to tear him down.
After every single venture he did after basketball went successful, you didn't come and try to tear those down.
Don't wait
because there was no money to be made there.
It's not a hot topic.
Because he wasn't in the public eye no more. He was out. He was out being a father, being a husband, and being a businessman. And don't nobody go to the businessman and be like, "Hey, what about that girl that said you raped her back when you was 24?" Don't nobody do that.
Yeah, that was just. I don't get that. Us as our race, we like to attack each other. Even with us, even with her saying that, we still fell into that trap of tearing her down.
Yeah.
Now it's more. Now we're attacking once again, black on black again.
Yep.
See, it's just.
But her and Oprah got a.
Yeah, but
trend of doing that. At some point, it's not attacking them. It's accountability. Like we're not gonna just say, okay, you keep on it. Like you ain't attacked Harvey Weinstein, your buddy.
Yeah, but that's what they want. It still turns into a big old circle. We're still tearing each other down.
Because that's what happens. That's why they go. Why do you think historically they go get people that look like us to tear us down? Every black thing that's ever been torn down.
Riled a crowd up.
Yeah. Everything that black that's been broken was broken from the inside.
Don't forget that. Let's get back to Kobe.
But that's why I'm saying that's why Gayle King is doing that and not somebody that looked like them. But that's just terrible because we know it's clear why you did it. You want ratings and you want what's happening. You want a media fiasco, and you got it, and we gave it to you.
Yeah, we
giving it to you right now.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, that's the last we're gonna give you because you're not worth it, and you tearing down. But one thing everybody out there need to understand is he the wrong one. We ain't having it. You ain't coming after Kobe.
He bigger than that.
Yeah, he's off limits, and everybody knows that now. If you looking for attention, you ain't gonna get the attention you want. Because we too emotional about this dude.
Yeah.
We too emotional about this dude. He had too many friends, like real friends. Like he had too many real friends, and at the end of the day, we feel like we knew him. So
man, I got on the train the day he came to the Lakers.
The day he got drafted.
Like there's nothing you can tell me. Nothing you can tell me.
I was like, man, I liked Eddie Jones, but
yeah, Eddie Jones had to go.
He had to go.
He was stunting our growth.
Yeah, Eddie, you don't have the mentality to get J.R. Ryder out of your head, so
exactly.
we got somebody that do.
Man,
Man, that mental, the mental grasp J.R. Ryder had over the Lakers ended as soon as Kobe started getting minutes.
J.R. Ryder had to come play for us.
Yeah, he was like, man, I'm gonna go play with him. I can't. I'm trying to go get some money with y'all niggas.
Like it was.
But the man, you could go all day, man. Like it was nothing this dude couldn't do.
For real.
Nothing, and that's we lost that, but the torch is passed, and everybody got to know that. Like the responsibility on the.
It's on everybody.
On everybody. If he helped you, it's on you.
Cause he raised basically like how Jordan kind of raised us. We kind of didn't get the full extent of Jordan, but we got enough of Jordan to be like.
But we ain't know him like we know.
We didn't know him because we didn't come up with.
And it wasn't
Jordan.
the age of information.
And it wasn't, but we saw enough of Jordan to still have that like a little bit of attachment. But then Kobe came in, and Jordan was going out. Even though we still saw Jordan still doing Jordan stuff, but Kobe was coming in. Us being natural Laker fans because we're from LA.
That didn't hurt. Being a Laker didn't hurt at all.
Oh man, he came to the perfect team. But basically, once Kobe came in, I transitioned totally into Kobe.
Quick.
Like
Magic Johnson was my favorite player ever of all time. Like I knew Jordan was the best player. Like even when Magic and Jordan was playing at the same time, I was like,
I didn't even like
Magic's
Jordan.
my favorite player, but we know I didn't.
When Jordan came to LA and beat us, I didn't like.
No, I was like,
he came and did the extra.
Yeah, I felt like he didn't need to do that.
Yeah, like he was showboating on. He was showboating on.
Yeah, that's why Kobe gave him 55. Kobe probably saw that too and was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you didn't need to do that.
Hey, man, I love you. I love your game. Here's a parting gift for you.
Yeah.
55. Now get out of here.
Get out of here, man.
We tired. Get out of here. That's for this.
Cause you didn't have to do.
You didn't have to do that.
He was showboating.
He was showboating, and we ain't like it. And Magic was and it was like you taking advantage of Magic because he ain't really have.
Nah, he didn't have that no more.
Yeah, he ain't had that no more. He was coming on the end, and that hurt us. Like we didn't like Jordan. Let's be honest, we ain't like Jordan. Laker fans be trying like a lot of fake Laker fans. I ain't gonna call them fake Laker fans. They Laker fans, but they went to the Bulls back in middle school. When Jordan and Pippen had it, like let's be honest,
Jordan was doing cool stuff at a time where
they didn't ride with Sedale 3.
No, they didn't. Jordan was just doing different stuff. Like he was the new era of athlete, really.
Yeah, and then Kobe saw that and he was like,
"Yeah,
I'm gonna do that.
I got that
because
same
package.
Can.
Because I can. I'm gonna do it. I got all that."
Mm-hmm.
And not just that, he was fundamentally sound. That's what people don't talk about. Like, well, people talk about it, but. Everybody wants to talk about how carbon copy he was of Jordan, but he was.
No, he just chose just like how everybody was saying Jordan. I want to be like Mike. I mean, that was the best and flashiest player out there.
Yeah, everybody tried.
Yeah,
like let's not pretend
we grew up off Jordan layup package.
Yeah. That's why my kids can't do nothing but shoot jump shots.
Then Kobe grew up off of Kobe layup package too.
Yep, he grew up on that layup package and the dunk package. We just couldn't do the dunk package because we ain't 6'6".
Yeah, so along with that, so in sports, everybody needs something to look up to, because you got to find out who you are as a person. Then you base your game off of, like when I played football, I grew up watching Notre Dame. I liked Notre Dame because of the Bus and Reggie Brooks.
Yeah.
Two big backs doing their thing. And I felt like you can throw a little bit of Ron Dane in there, but he wasn't as flashy as them two guys. These guys was like the ish, like.
And he was only a couple years older than
that. Like
he was in college when we was in high school, but we was in middle school watching Reggie Brooks and Jerome Bettis.
That was me. You couldn't tell me. It fit me all the way. So when Kobe saw Jordan, he like, hey, that's my package. That's me.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't he come in? Looking like that, but he took it to another level.
Yeah, because let's be honest, everybody, if they could, who wouldn't have done every move exactly like Michael Jordan could if they could? The thing is, because a lot of haters say he copied Jordan. Who would you have him copy? Because everybody gonna copy somebody.
It's not a bad person to copy.
Who you gonna have? The bottom line is everybody would have copied him if they could have.
If they could have,
he just had the ability. He said, "I'm gonna do that because I can."
Because I can.
but the thing that's to transition that more to our life is that's how life is. You set your intention on it and you do it. That's what he did.
So what did he leave you with now? Now that it's been brought to us like that it took basically his death to realize what he was to us. What are you taking from him now? What else?
It's
did he
real
do?
simple. Just like I just said, like I was like to ping pong off what I said at the end of the last statement is set intentions and do it. That's it. That's as simple as his life was. It looks like what he did was so impossible but Kobe set his intentions and he just got up every day with the goal on the mind, and he chased the goal every day. That's what I got. That's what I'm taking from his life.
Yeah.
I'm taking the sports out of it. Because I'm a Laker fan, so I can sit here and talk basketball about it all day. But in life, I'm taking the way he set his intentions and the intensity he chased it with. Like, it wasn't like, I hope I get it. Man, I need to get it. He was like, I'm going to get it. And I'm going to get it now. And it was always now. Now was all he ever did was now. He just always went for what he wanted, like it was life or death. And that's what I took from it is, like, I promise you within 24 hours, my mindset changed to writing, like, set my intentions and don't let nothing stop me. And that's what I took from his life.
That's the long lines I took from, like, because I felt like he took no days off. And I just look at my life on how many times I done said tomorrow, I get to it later,
Monday.
or I let the Monday syndrome, or just times where I just be like, I let life get in the way, and I realize, like, none of that's promise. Like, you have a person, it's not just Kobe that's probably living like this, but this was like our idol. He took no days off and still was able to live life.
Right. Still lived a full life.
Yeah. So I'm taking that same mentality too. There's nothing that's gonna get in my way of doing what I set my sight on, my goals on. And I want to have that same focus. I want to develop. I don't have it now. I want to develop that same focus.
Yeah, you can't just get it.
That's not overnight. But that is something that could be taught and learned along with consistency. As long as I wake up every day and say, this is what I'm doing, I'm focused, knock it out. And that's an everyday practice.
And that's what everybody could take from this. Like, everybody can take from that is, in his own words, you don't have time to waste.
You don't.
And this and ironically, that is what we learned from his death is you don't have time to waste. Like he told you.
Yeah.
So stop wasting time. Tomorrow ain't coming. Now is happening.
Hey, we could plan all day for tomorrow, but we gotta go. What about today, in this moment?
Time is a construct. Now is all that exists, really.
What did you put your mind to? So, on that note, I just want to say thank you, Kobe.
Thank you
for everything that you've given us in this world. And I will continue to I will continue, and I am going to develop the mindset that you have to be a goal killer on every level of life. And that's what you are giving to me.
And I love you, and I miss you. And men got to be able to say that. I love them, and I miss them. And I will put the mentality you had in all of my kids and in my life, and I won't stop until I get where I'm going. And I'm not even stopping there, because now set goals, crush them, set new ones, and that's the Kobe, that's the Mamba mentality, baby, and that's the way we living.
Yeah.
And on that note, that's the first episode. It's just cool talking. We just two cool dudes. Like, subscribe. Talk to you later.
And I'm the motherfucking man, black. Man, black. Yeah, black. Man, black. There's no darkness where I stand. And I'm the motherfucking man, black. Yeah.